It's Yapping Time. Yapping Time presents you another mysterious tale to keep you on the edge of your seat. Sit back, relax, and let the story unfold. The mist came early that year, cold, thick, unnaturally quiet. Locals in Black Hollow always said that when the mist creeps in before the first frost, the town remembers something or someone. Marissa Hale was the latest to vanish. She lived alone on the edge of town in a small, ivy-covered house by the woods. By all accounts, she was quiet, friendly, normal. A librarian with a penchant for old technology, especially cassette tapes. Some neighbors joked she was born in the wrong era. Others said she liked the tapes because no one could track what you recorded on them. Her last known sighting was at the grocer's. She bought tea, a pack of candles, and batteries. She smiled, said, "See you soon." No one ever did. When Detective Clara Wren arrived, the house was locked from the inside. No signs of forced entry, no sign of a struggle, a kettle still warm, an open book on the table.
And on the chair, a small black cassette labeled, "For the Listener."
Clara had returned to her small flat in town. The night was quiet, save for the steady whir of the ceiling fan. She slid the tape into her player and hit play. The voice was distorted, like it was recorded decades ago. "If you're hearing this, I'm already gone. But it doesn't end here. The hollow keeps its own, and it whispers through the things we leave behind." Click. Silence, then breathing. Heavy, uneven. Too close to be on tape. Clara spun around. Empty room. She pressed eject, but the player jammed. The tape whirred again, unprompted, and a second voice came through. Male. Calm. "You don't remember me, but I remember you. We all return here, Clara. In the end." Clara's stomach turned. That voice. She did know it. Her brother Aaron had vanished in Black Hollow 10 years ago, when she was just 17. He was listed as a runaway. His body never found. That night, Clara drove back to Marissa's house. She needed answers. Inside, she found a metal box under the floorboards in the bedroom. Dozens of tapes, each labeled with a different name. Some were familiar, people who had gone missing in town over the years. Each tape had its own voice and its own warning. One tape simply said, "Listen last." She didn't. Not yet. Over the next few days, Clara listened to the voices of the missing. "The hollow has roots," whispered an old man's voice. "They twist through our minds. Once you hear it, it never lets you go." "I heard my mother's voice calling me into the wood," said a young girl. "But my mother's been dead 20 years. Clara wasn't sleeping anymore. Every time she closed her eyes, she dreamt of shadows and fog, of trees whispering her name. She reached out to experts, tape collectors, occult researchers. None could explain how each voice seemed to know her, or why, on every tape, the same line eventually surfaced. "Clara, do you remember what you did?" She didn't, or maybe she didn't want to. It was day 6 when she listened to the Listen Last tape. The moment she pressed play, the lights in her apartment flickered and died. "Clara," the voice said. It was Aaron again. "You left me there. You ran when the voices came. You saved yourself. But the hollow doesn't forget. Now it's your turn." A loud knock echoed through the apartment. 3 times. She didn't move. Couldn't. A moment later, a faint crackling sound came from the player. A soft static that somehow sounded like breathing. But this time, it wasn't from the tape. It was behind her. That was the last known moment of Clara Wren. The following morning, her apartment was silent. Cup of coffee still warm. Lights still off. Cassette player still spinning an empty reel. She was gone, just like the others. But there was one difference. On the table sat a new tape, unlabeled. Inside was her voice. "I thought I could outrun it. I thought I could make it end. But the hollow speaks, and I've listened too long. If you find this, leave. Burn the tapes. Don't listen. Don't." Click. The reel jammed. The breathing continued. And in the fog-covered woods, another voice was waiting to be heard. Thanks for listening to this chilling tale on Yapping Time. If you enjoyed the mystery, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Until next time, keep yapping and stay curious.